Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 96 review. So, this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter, Phantom Troupe, going in, Shalmach, he's a Saiyan. He's a Saiyan. That's obvious, alright? If you didn't know, now you know. Normally, Saiyans have black hair, but no, he's a half-breed, but he's still a Saiyan, alright? He's a Muggle, but he's a Saiyan nonetheless, okay? And we have combat between, basically, it's a Phantom Troupe versus Zazan and her armada. And we actually, the guy that actually killed, what's her name? Ponzu, faces off against the guy with the dancing ability with the sound, Bo no Levo, or something of that nature, that's his name. I forgot his name entirely, but you know, like the guy, apparently he's from this tribe, and these tribes, they have these holes, like once they're 3 years old, they have these holes that are put in their body, and then as they grow older, they get bigger pieces of wood in these holes to extend the holes as they grow. So their bodies grow around these wood pieces, and when they take them out, they have holes in their bodies, like Lego, big ass holes. And apparently when they dance, they make these sounds. And this correlates with this guy's Nen ability. And the main thing here is that when he fought against the guy who killed Ponzu, the guy, at the end, he starts to run away. And this was nasty as fuck. I was like, bro. He literally starts spinning around. And then the sound that he creates, because like his Nen is based on sound. And then he actually creates, like, this like mock Jupiter sphere, and it crushes this guy. And I'm like, oh, that was nasty, dude. So like, this guy, he's a monster, right? He's Phantom Troupe material, obviously. In fact, you could argue that he is stronger than Uvogan. Yeah, you could. You really could. Because the thing about this guy is that this guy manipulates sound, and sound can be used in all distances, short and long range, especially long range. So he can attack from all ranges with sound. And that Jupiter thing, fuck, dude, whoa. But also the other highlights were seeing the abilities of the other characters that we haven't seen their abilities so far, or at least seeing new skills. With the one girl from the Zoldyck clan, I forgot her name. Actually, I don't know if that's a girl or not. I'll be honest. I don't know if that's a girl, but either way, I'm gonna call her a girl because she has a, old-fashioned Japanese female getup with the whole kimono thing. So, well, it's not a kimono. It's well, I don't know what to call it. I have no idea what it's called. But basically, she looks female. So I'm gonna call her female. All right. I'm not gonna have that whole issue with the goddamn Neferpitou. No, she's a dude. No, he's a girl. Listen, don't care. I'm gonna call her a chick. All right. Either way. She has this paper ability, and that's very common in anime manga, where we see these characters, they have paper abilities, like these origami abilities, and apparently she's tracking the other members of the Phantom Troupe by placing origami on their clothes, so she can listen in on where they are and what they're doing. So she knows that Phantom is fighting against Zazan, and that's going to be, you guys who haven't actually read the manga, you guys are in for a treat. You guys are in for a treat. Yeah. Phaeton, wow, man. That's all I can say. Okay. But, that being said, let's move forward. When it came to Shalmach, again, Shalmach apparently he has two needles or antenna that he has. The first he uses to always try to control his opponents, which in this case he failed. The second time, he puts on himself, and then he goes on autopilot. And his autopilot mode, he emits a humongous amount of Nen. And he looks like a freaking straight-up Saiyan. But the thing about it is that when he goes on autopilot, two things happen. Number one, he doesn't remember what occurred in that mode. And number two is that the tension on his muscles is severe. So he said that he's going to have muscle tension and muscle spasms for the next 3 days, apparently. The next thing is when it came to Sphinx, he has ability. And it's something called like Rev something, where he winds up his arm. And each time he winds up his arm gains more power. So it's similar to Gon's rock, but in this case, it's far more destructive because he can rev it up as many times as he wants to, and his punch can become much more powerful. He just winds that shit up. He's like, yeah, for you, monkey, 15. Let's go. Yeah. And then he straight up punches this guy. This guy is obliterated. And he goes on his merry way. And he's either going to run into... I forgot who. Either it was... Yeah, no, it was the one girl. Shuzaku, I think that's her name. The one with the vacuum. And she's fighting off against the spider guy. And they're still in combat. Or someone else, I forgot who. And he's tossing the coin to see which route he should take. But the thing about it is that now we're basically, the main point of the episode is to showcase that the Chimera Ants have expanded their territory beyond the island region of the, I forgot the territory name exactly, but they've moved on beyond that archipelago island region, and they moved on inland, and they're even to the Phantom Troupe's home city, and they're there. Zazan's there. So, like, it makes you wonder, like, where's the Gator guy? Because I know I keep on talking about him, but that guy's epic, man. And apparently, Halia, the lion guy, he's actually, like, he had an interview, and he was talking to this individual, this lady, this reporter. And then so she asked him, so can you back up your words? Yeah, that's what she asked in a nutshell. Like, what can you show us to make us believe in you? And apparently kills her on the spot, eats her head off. Like, yeah. So that's what he does right there. Now, aside from that, so that's more. So number one is to showcase their territory expansion. Number two is again to show the Phantom Troupe's abilities, at least some of them, and then also to set up for the next episode to showcase even more powers and abilities from the Phantom Troupe members, or at least that's what we're hoping for. And well, man, all I can say is Phaeton. Whoa. Okay, but the episode overall is actually very simple. The focus is taken away from Gon and his party because they're already inside the or they're going to the East Gorturo kingdom right now. They're going there right now, and now we're focusing on other locations. So that was a pretty good move. And I mean, that's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Episode's nice, short, simple. The combat overall was pretty damn good. So animation, as usual, on point. When it came to the pacing, again, as usual, on point. Story progression, obviously there, because we're actually focusing on a completely different group, as opposed to normal Gon and Killua. No, we're focusing on a completely different group, the Phantom Troupe, and what they're doing at this point in time, and how in their home city they needed assistance because apparently the council are discussing if these mutated guys are human or not, or like if they're human or not, and or no, if they're dead or mutated, and they're clearly dead because they're not moving. Duh. But because apparently that's what Zazan's ability is. Zazan, because the queen, they normally reproduce and then because they eat and then she give birth that way. But she cheats. She has this ability where she can sting you and she can inject something inside of you and then turn you into her slave. So she's obviously cheating here. And will that come bite her in the ass later on? We don't know. We have no idea. Because normally cheaters are not successful. But hey, that's the way it is. But overall, episode rating, my personal opinion, I thought it was a good episode. I really did. I'll give it a good plus because I did like it. Shao doing his thing, I thought it was very nice to see. When it came to, Phaeton opening the umbrella, then vanishing, then and then she's like, no, fuck that shit, I can dodge that because, I am pretty skilled myself, motherfucker. So they're right now, they're duking it out. So overall, episode rating, I think a good plus is sufficient. So, I'm done. King Lightning. Be sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Oh my god, I'm fucking sore as shit. Have a nice day.